Today on Judge Porter.
Very severe spinal injuries. They're deep spinal injuries. My neck, my back. I think I may have even broken my coccyxibone.
Bounce house related nightmares. Dude, you know what? I'm curious. Do tell. Can you describe one of those nightmares?
And then we heard some noises outside. And I went outside because I literally thought it was a trespasser.
All rise. The court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Porter will be presiding.
Everyone, please be seated. We're here for case number 4329, Chad Whitman versus Moses Brooks. Gentlemen, can you please come to the podium? Mr. Whitman, sir, are you okay?
Hi, Your Honor.
Are you all right?
I'm not doing well, no, Your Honor.
Is this, what's going on here?
I
Is this
just-
a result of why you're here?
Yes.
Because it shows you that you're suing for $60,000 in medical bills,
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
I submitted those bills.
and the pain and discomfort you're receiving that you have right now is because of this lawsuit?
Agonizing, Your Honor.
Please, tell us what's going on.
So I'm suffering from very severe spinal injuries. They're deep spinal injuries. My
Okay.
neck, my back. I think I may have even broken my coccyxibone.
You're what now?
My coccyxibone. It's the medical name for the tailbone, Your Honor. It's a coccyxibone.
Okay.
I Googled it.
I'm going to have to take your word for it. Medicine is not my thing, so please continue.
I understand, Your Honor. So Moses was having a party, and he always has parties.
Okay, you know him.
My neighbor, yes.
Your neighbor. Is he your next door neighbor?
It's like 4 doors down.
So we're on the same block, right?
Yeah, we're in the same neighborhood. But
Okay.
I've known Mr. Brooks for some time now.
I'm sorry, sir. I was just taking some notes. Please continue.
But I've known Mr. Brooks for some time now, and he's always having wild parties and loud music and somewhat of a nuisance and a disturbance in the neighborhood. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
But I was passing by and I heard some commotion and I figured there was a party going on. So I just popped in to say hello. It wouldn't be the first time I've been over of the house. So I just popped in and they had a big party going on. So I just figured, hey, let's see what's going on. So I said hi to everyone. I said hi to his wife, Sheila. I said hi to some other neighbors who were there. I wasn't necessarily invited, but I am a neighbor. So I figured I'd just stop in and say hello. And they had a bounce house in the backyard, Your Honor. And I had to jump in there. It looked so fun. I didn't see any signs that said no adults allowed or anything like that. So when I found it was time to find my turn, because nobody seemed to be around, everybody, I guess, took their turn. I went inside the bounce house and I went to do a maneuver that I saw on television. American Ninja Warrior, a show that I love. My mom and I watch it almost every week. And I went to do a maneuver and it almost seemed like the bounce house just wasn't secured properly, Your Honor. If a real professional would have done a better job, sir, definitely with all those children around, you probably should have done a better job securing. Luckily, it was me who got injured and not one of those innocent
One of the babies,
little children's. So I did a move and it basically sunk right down to the bottom. I landed directly on my coccyxibone and I felt the snap. And that's when I knew that my life would never be the same, Your Honor. It was devastating. I was moaning and writhing in pain. I couldn't move. Everyone just came over eating cake like it was all fun and games. And I'm like, I'm hurt here, you guys.
I'm sorry. You said this was a party, right?
Yes, it was a party.
I would imagine that people would be having fun and games and eating cake at a party.
Well, I could understand that, Your Honor. I could understand, but if someone were to be injured on my property, I would definitely address the situation, and I would definitely show some concern. It didn't seem that he was too concerned. He was actually quite upset. He was more angry than concerned for my well-being, Your Honor, and I think that was highly unprofessional.
So you injured your tailbone, and Mr. Brooks here was upset.
He was furious. He screamed at me.
Wow.
He screamed that he embarrassed me.
And you're still hurt, huh? How long ago was this incident?
This was about 2.5 months ago, and I've had to actually take on an extra session with my therapist per week. And I've actually also been inundated with bounce house related nightmares. And it's traumatizing.
Bounce house related nightmares.
It's terrifying.
You know what? I'm curious. Do tell. Can you describe one of those nightmares?
I hate to revisit it, but just bounce houses and nothing is staying properly inflated, and then I'll go get a balloon and it pops in my face, and just him dressed up like an evil clown, just laughing and taunting at me, pointing his finger at me in front of all the guests. It's just very traumatizing, and I don't think I'll ever go to another party again.
It was painful just to hear you say that.
This hurts so bad.
I'm pretty sure it does. Give me a second. I'm going to talk to him now, okay, to find out what's going on.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please get to the bottom of this.
I will get to the bottom of this.
Unacceptable for a neighbor to do this to a fellow neighbor.
I understand. You know what I have a question about?
Let's contemplate.
Because what I couldn't understand is this. I'm assuming you have had other parties at your residence before, correct?
Yes, I have.
Has Mr. Whitman ever been invited to any of those other parties?
No, he has not.
He has not. He's never been invited to none of your other parties, correct?
No, because especially the parties for the kids.
Okay. Now, this particular party, was he invited to that?
No.
You didn't send out an invitation.
No.
You didn't call him. You didn't go to his house and say, "Hey man, I'm having a party, swing through."
You know, we put out flyers for the kids.
Okay, and he just happened to show up.
And so we were at the party with the kids, and we took the kids inside for, this is the cake and ice cream time. And then we start hearing noise like bum, bum, bouncing noise. Bum,
Wait a minute.
Bum,
so
bum.
everyone was inside of the residence.
Right.
Everyone inside of your residence were people that
we invited.
And your wife, Sheila, that's her name, Sheila?
Yes.
Sheila were invited they were all inside your residence.
Correct.
Okay, so to your best guess, there should have been no one on your property outside.
And then we heard some noises outside. And I went outside because I thought it was a trespasser. So I went outside to see what was going on. And then this gentleman bouncing around like a rodeo clown in a Circus Soleil. It's like, what are you doing?
In the bounce house.
In the bounce house for the kids.
So let me get this right. So he was inside of the bounce house on your property where you were holding a party where he was not invited.
Exactly. This is literally trespassing.
Can you explain that part to me, sir?
I feel like this is a way to slander me and
you know what? Let me just cut to the chase. Did you get invited to this party?
The flyers were in the neighborhood, sir. And
did you get invited to this party?
I didn't get an invitation to me.
Do you have any children?
No, I don't have any children. Why does that
So
have to
you
do with
have
it?
no children to a children's party, but you showed up on the property and you hopped into the bounce house and you were bouncing.
It was a neighborhood celebration.
For the kids.
By invitation.
But they had flyers in the neighborhood that said, come on,
for people
too.
with children to come party for I'm assuming like a birthday party.
I live with my mother and I am her child, so I'm allowed.
Again, I want us to...
Wait. What did you just say?
I'm a child of the neighborhood because I live with my mom. So I should be allowed.
You would have been better off saying you a child of God, but that didn't work. So look at here, man. How old are you?
36.
36. Just so we can get this part out, because he still has some more testimony to do. You should not have been at a place that you didn't get invited.
No one ever invites me anywhere anymore.
I can see why. Sir, so let me let me touch on this bounce house for a second, sir. You've heard what he had to say, that he got injured at this bounce house.
And it was completely unsupervised. It was so unprofessional, Your Honor. I would never have left the bounce house unsupervised, and anyone could have gotten hurt.
The bounce house was for the kids. You know, if this gentleman, you know, wants to break into party to play around with kids, then that's on his back. But he was not invited. Then he damaged the bounce house, which I had to pay the rental company.
How
a
much?
fee.
I did not damage the bounce house.
Hold on. How much in damages did you have to?
They charged my credit card an extra $1,300.
You said 16?
13.
13. Okay.
How did I even damage it? That's not even true.
Okay.
I'm the one that got damaged in the bounce house, and you should pay for it.
All right. So
Sick of this.
I'm just curious. Who installed this bounce house?
So this is a professional company. They came, they had their workmen, they installed the bounce house.
Okay. They installed it. All right. Did they give you specific instructions as to the parameters of the bounce house? Meaning,
Yes, they did.
What did they say?
It's for kids.
Okay. Did they give like an age or
They
a
give a height
size or
limit,
anything like
a
that?
height limit, and a weight limit.
Okay.
And this gentleman is clearly over the weight limit. May not be over the height limit, but he's definitely over the weight limit.
What's the weight limit, sir?
The weight limit was 85.
85. How much do you weigh, sir? Because you definitely weigh more than 85 pounds.
I do, but I didn't see a sign that said no adults. And I think, honestly, I think that the age is just like a suggestion because they assume that most 12-year-old kids are going to stay around the same age. And I haven't grown since I was 12. So I think I fell within the parameters to be able to be inside the bounce house safely and be able to pull off the maneuvers that I saw on TV. And I don't think I should have got hurt.
what we're
I
dealing
think
with,
you didn't
Tiana.
know how to do that. You didn't tie it down correctly.
No,
You're
you're
not-
right. That part you're right about. He did not tie it down. It was the company that tied it down correctly.
The company did it.
Okay.
The thing is, this is what the neighborhood has to deal with this guy every time. This is why
Okay.
we don't invite him to stuff.
Okay. Ah, gosh. All right. I have made my decision. I've made my decision on this. Mr. Whitman,
Yes, Your Honor.
what do you do for a living, sir?
I'm in between right now.
You're in
Couple
between?
things. Yes.
Okay.
I was
Did you go to college, sir? Did you specialize in anything?
I went to junior college for a semester, and then it just was too much pressure for me.
Too much
Your Honor.
pressure?
Too much pressure.
Okay, let me ask you this. So what I'm getting at is, do you have any type of training in gymnastics? Professional training?
No, Your Honor.
Any type of training in stunt coordination? Professional
No,
training,
Your
of
Honor.
course.
I
So
would-
you saw a maneuver performed by professionals
Mm-hmm.
on television, and you tried to replicate that move
Well,
inside of a bounce house.
But I worked it out in my head, and mathematically, I should have landed that maneuver had the bounce house been properly installed.
Okay.
I know it. I did the math. I saw it in my head, and I landed it. And when I landed it, everyone cheered for me. That's not how it went down in real life.
It wasn't cheers, Your Honor.
Who
It
was
wasn't
cheering?
cheers.
Everybody was in the house, sir.
No,
wasn't
in my
cheering.
head when I mapped it out.
Oh,
I
the people
landed
in
it
your
and they
head
all
were
cheered for
cheering.
me and they gave me the biggest slice of cake. I didn't even get cake, Your Honor.
Wow.
Your Honor, this man is delusional.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do, Mr. Whitman. No, you know what? Let me start with Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks, sir, you said $1,300?
Yes, sir.
$1,300. Mr. Whitman, sir, you are going to reimburse Mr. Brooks for $1,300.
No.
you are going to reimburse him $1,300. I don't care how you do it. If you got to get your mama to do it, help you, it is what it is. You're going to pay this man $1,300. Okay? Second thing is, sir, I know this happened, well, I don't remember, a few days ago, a few weeks ago, whatever. But here's the thing. In the future, as a matter of fact, I can do this from the bench. Sir, I'm going to issue a trespass warning.
Why?
Okay? You are no longer allowed to be on his property for anything. Not parties, nothing. You are not allowed to be on his property. If you go back onto his property, contact the Mango Park Police Department, you will be arrested for trespassing. Am I making myself clear, sir?
Well, then he can't come over my house either.
Somehow,
Thank you, Jesus.
Somehow I think that's not an issue. So we got that out of the way. The next thing is your request for $60,000, your
Yes.
case, that's going to be dismissed.
But, Your Honor, my injuries, Your Honor.
It's because of your irresponsibility that those injuries occurred. The next thing I'm going to require is I'm going to require that you attend a 3-day involuntary psychological examination beginning first thing tomorrow morning. You will be evaluated. I need to make sure that your mental state is in check because I'm concerned about your decision making and the fact that you claim at that podium that you do hear voices in your head. And there's nothing ashamed in saying that, sir, but I just want to make sure that you get the treatment that you need. Am I making myself clear, Mr. Whitman? That would be a yes or a no, sir.
I'm not happy with this decision, Your Honor.
I understand.
This is a mistrial.
Actually, this is not a mistrial. But sir, am I making myself clear on my rulings?
Yes.
Okay, then. Your case is dismissed. Pay this man his $1,300, and tomorrow morning you will be checked in for involuntary evaluation, psychological evaluations. Okay, sir?
Sure.
Case dismissed.
I'm a good person. I want my neighbors to know that you can invite me over and I won't make a fuss. I want to make some friends. I want to eat some cake, do some cool flips. And I need the money now. So if you can I'm going to start a GoFundMe to fix my coccyxibone because it's broken 17 places. So if you could give me money for my coccyxibone, thank you. And to Mr. Brooks, I forgive you. Just stop playing your damn music so loud all the time.
I'm just happy that Judge Porter realized that this guy is a menace to the neighborhood. We've been trying to get him out of the neighborhood for some time now. He just breaks into people's property. This is a basic trespassing case, and he should not have been on my property to be bouncing on no bounce house. Let him go rent his own bounce house and bounce on his property, not mine. It's about time that somebody stop him from always coming on my property.